Luis.
Okay, so this piece that's been at the Scarab Club for 24 years, you know, it was a scrap, you know, kind of like laying on the side of my work table for years, and I couldn't throw it out because there was something about it I really liked. And then this commission opportunity came up at the Scarab Club. And so I picked this up, you know, and played with it and transformed it and then, you know, put it on the side like that and then photographed it in the site. Or I had a friend who worked at the museum. He photographed it for me because I didn't know how to do it. And they loved it, you know. So that's how that evolved, by accident kind of thing. It was an accident, but it's the same idea because it's a shape and it's with space. And space is so important. I mean, without space, everything would be all clumped up into one huge mass. I mean, I don't think most people think about those things, but I do. I do, you know. So anyway, so it was a really good opportunity, and I still, you know, love it. And so it's either fell from the sky and sliced into the earth, or it's taking off and going up. So it's that idea of duality, you know. So intention. So anyway, so that's this piece.
So how do you keep balance? What laws do you use to keep it completely balanced? Because the size of that sculpture is huge, and how it's leaning in one side must be a lot of rules behind.
And I seem to be really good at this because I have no training and no engineering training. I just make up stuff. But I do overkill. Anyways, it has a huge footing, a huge concrete footing under the ground. There's a stem and then a plate. And then I had embedded into the cement 1 foot long, what they call J-bolts. And so then the plate fits on that, on the concrete base under the ground. That's below grade. And the J-bolts are in the exact right spot, and so that plate fits on there. You know, they're 7/8 inch thick, 1 foot long, stainless steel. I mean, that piece is not going anywhere. So I just do overkill, and then the concrete footing is huge, and that's how it holds it up. But I had there was a bunch of school kids that came by. And they were so adorable, and I asked the kid, "How do you think it's being held up?" And so one kid's idea was there are some sticks in there that hold it up. It was just very cute. I mean, the young children are just wonderful. They're really open, and they just listened and, you know, had comments about it. So I really liked that. It was really wonderful. Short period of time. Yeah, so I did explain it to them, but it weighs 2,000 pounds. It's 1 inch thick stainless steel. This piece is stainless steel, 1 inch thick. It doesn't look like it, but it is. It's 1 inch thick. And I do pour over, you know, the thickness. Every time I have a commission, I pour over, okay, what's the scale, how thick should it be, you know, blah, blah. It's just a lot of work, but it's wonderful. I get to meet people in a different field that I never would meet, you know, these guys, you know, with fabricators. So it expands my world, which I like. That's all. Anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah. The drawings are not like my sculpture. The sculpture is very, I think it has depth of feeling. To me, it does, you know. And I do a lot of thinking and redoing of the sculpture, and then I'm looking for a universal. I try to connect with the universal ideas rather than just the flowers that grow or the dirt, you So I'm trying to go higher. So time and space and duality and tension. The drawings are just playful. Are just playful. I just silly and I think they're funny. Maybe nobody else does. Like downhill and just watching this one with the just like. So they just I have no people don't understand that. I have absolutely no preconceived ideas. It's just a blank page, and the gods I just draw, and it just comes out. And it's a subconscious thing. I don't understand it. But yeah, anyway, so that's the drawings. The drawings are
How about your grandchildren?
what?
And the drawings you did for your grandkids with a cake?
I don't. It doesn't work that way. They're not for they love my grandchildren. I have 7 of them. All love the arts. So I've done some good work there, and they all love the arts. They love everything, and they're coming to the opening too. Some of them, but they're not specific.
Can you show them a little bit?
Show some of them?
Yes.
Okay. Wonder Woman, I don't know. I mean, I've been a feminist for a long time and angry at the way women were treated and so on. So that's the back of my mind. It's a subconscious thing. It doesn't. This one I think is funny because everybody loses a sock. Everybody loses socks. Anyway, so they're just from life. Follow me. I mean, follow me into your head. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's what art is about. You're trying to say something, present your ideas to people. I don't know, I just think Carmen Miranda is funny. And so, I just dropped one. And so, it's my take on Carmen Miranda. There's another Wonder Woman.
It's a storyteller. There are little tales. There are little stories. How about this one? The mountain.
Oh, okay.
You were talking about a mountain.
Yes, okay, you're right.
Of a cake.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, I have 7 grandchildren, and they would stay over one at a time, and I would tell them stories. I would make up stories. It's very creative, and I would tell them. I call them bug stories, and about some bugs that they told their mom and dad. They got their friends. They told their mom and dad they're going somewhere. Anyway, they got in the car. And they drove, and they came. They were looking for Cake Mountain because they wanted cake, So, on the way, they asked the robins and the squirrels, and I would like, where's the Cake Mountain, and that kind of thing. And then, so they love those stories. So yeah, so maybe this one is inspired by that. And they would say, okay, again, Grandma, tell me the story again and again and again. And after 8 times, I said, that's enough, go to sleep. Because, but they love it, and they're in their 20s and they're 25, and they still remember it fondly. So.
They're beautiful drawings. You can have here like 100, right?
Something like that, yes.
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 There are also like a Christmas, right?
Yes,
Christmas
and
trees.
Christmas and Hanukkah. This one is why
Oh.
not?
Oh,
I mean, just why not?
they are so lovely.
I don't know. This one is whatever it is. I don't always know because I don't really plan. I don't really plan them. And then, this one, I love the Art Deco period, and so that's Art Deco.
Yes, lovely.
And You know?
Uh-huh.
Guru.
Oh.
Guru. And, oh. So, okay, so this was, I thought one day I could illustrate and write a children's book, but I never did, but anyway, that's what this one's coming out of. These are this is just a sketch of the bug thing, you know. And I have no idea what this is, I don't know, I just do it, I think about it afterwards.
That is beautiful. It's
This
beautiful.
another Detroit goddess, you know.
Oh my God, that is.
Yeah, and then Wonder Woman, another Wonder Woman. So
Oh.
they just come from some mysterious place that I don't plan anything. I have no idea what I'm gonna draw. It just comes right out.
It flows.
It just flows out. And I have to say, before any of the drawings, before I get one good one, I throw 10 away. I rip them up and throw them out. So, these came pretty well, but anyway, but the more, I don't know if they call them more serious drawings. In order for me to get one, I have to throw about 9 of them out that have to be authentic. They have to be down to the core, no bullshit, I'm sorry, no falseness, you know, depth of feeling and intellect, pure, you know. That's what makes them good. And if I can't always get there, I'm ruthless. I'll just rip up everything and throw it out. I don't save stuff, you know, if it's not good, it's just not good. Sometimes I have sculptures that sit on my desk at home for 3 months, and at some point, if I get to look at it and get a sick feeling in my stomach, I just throw it out. If it passes that, if I still like it, think it's good, then I keep it. But often it's easy for me to throw things out. Just get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.